Welcome, your number one mechanic, Rails, the car guy. I'm here with another episode. This is a 2005 Chevy Tahoe, 5.3 liter. I'm doing brakes, front brake pads. So first thing you want to do is take the cap off. The cap is a 21 millimeter. Unscrew that off of the lugs. Bam. Next thing you want to do is break these lugs loose while the tire's still on the ground. That's a 22 millimeter. I got 22 millimeter. Break those 6 lugs loose. Bam. Then you jack it up. Jack the car up. Okay. It's up in the air. So now I want to get those lugs off of there. I'll be right back when I get those. Okay, the lugs are off. So next, here's the caliper. You want to take out this bolt, the bottom bolt. You don't even have to take the top one out. Take the bottom one out. It's a star on my particular vehicle. Hopefully, I don't know what it is on yours. It should be a star, but it's a T55. T55. Yep. Make it sure it's lefty-loosey. Get that star out of there. Should be a big, long bolt. I just had this shit off last night because I heard some roaring and I thought it was my wheel bearing. That's why that's nice and chromy, the wheel bearing. And by the way, if you want to know to do the wheel bearing, do the same procedure. Take the tire off. These wheel bearings are easy. Unplug this wire. Follow it up under this plastic shield. Right up here where my finger's at. Right here. Unplug it. Pow. Take the plug loose. Take the caliper off, undo that bottom bolt like I'm doing, move the brake pads. But the only extra step is this bolt right there. I think it's an 18 millimeter. And you have another one down here, it's an 18 millimeter. And you can move the whole rotor bracket. This whole caliper bracket comes off with the brake pads in it. Take it off, let it hang to the side. Then you take this rotor, slide it off of there. And it's only 3 bolts. This is the easiest wheel bearing you'll probably ever come across. 1, 2, or the third one? 3. Take those 3 bolts out. Slide this whole wheel bearing out. Slide the new wheel bearing in. Put the 3 bolts back in. Run the wire. Plug the wire back up. Plug the wire back up. Put your rotor back on, slide the rotor back on, put the bracket back on with the 2 bolts, 2 18 millimeter bolts. And then it's down to a brake job. Put your brakes back in there, put the bottom screw back in, pump the brakes up about 10 times to put some pressure in those brakes. Bam, you just did a wheel bearing on a 2005 Chevy Tahoe. And they're almost basically the same for the Tahoes, the Yukons, the Suburbans. Same shit, man. All right, let me get these brake pads out of here. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, right here, they even got a screw. Okay, so you lift that up, you take the brake pads out. I would suggest you use the old brake pad. Yeah, it's almost time for me to get some rotors. This shit kind of thin right here. But you take the old brake pad out. See what I did? I put it on the caliper because you got to push those 2 pistons. Got to go all the way back to give you room to put the new chunky brake pads back on there. So push that back. Let me push that back. And I got a C-clamp. I'm screwing it in until it presses that all the way in on both sides. Then I'm going to slide the new brake pads on. Close that down. Put that screw back in that motherfucker, man. Put that tire back on and go in there and pump the brakes about 10 times and then you done. Yeah, so I just got the new pads on. That's why you press that motherfucker back, man, so you can see how thick those are. They need room to be able to slide that back down over it. Putting this one on, you need to angle the bottom in first, then you slide the top into the brackets. Bam, slide it on up there. Lower that motherfucker down, man. Lower that motherfucker down, man. Just like that, yeah. Just like that, man. Lower that motherfucker down, man. Make sure that rubber boot lined up with the fucking hole, man. Put the screw in there. Put the screw in there. Let me screw this motherfucker tight. I'll be right back. It's cold in a motherfucker today, man. Screw this motherfucking tire back on, bro. Go on the star pattern. That one over there. That one over there. This one down here. This one up here. This one down here. And this one over here. Put that cap back on that motherfucker. Go pump your brakes about 10 times the brake pedal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Till you feel that pressure. Then start the car up and you'll feel your pedal move or jump because you got the electronic braking system, the ABS on this bitch. Start it up and pump that motherfucker and it'll jump. Then you Rails car guy, man. Tap in, subscribe to my channel. If you don't want to, then don't motherfucking subscribe. But I'm here to help you out. Thanks for watching, man. Thanks for watching, man. Rails car guy. Until next time.